More than 100 Palestinians dead, almost 1,000 injured, and apartheid Israeli supporters claim, well, it's not our fault. What is now being called the Flower Massacre occurred because literally thousands of Palestinians rushed to aid trucks to try and get flour.
Wow. So I can imagine that in high school you were that person that wanted to be cool. You had to be cool. Like in the 80s, you probably wore parachute pants and you spoke of only the cool things and did the cool things because that's what it is. You're very surface, Matt. You speak nothing of substance, and you only speak of what's on the news at the time. Very hip person, right? Well, yeah. In other words, you're a bullshitter, bub. That's what you are, a bullshitter. So you forget to say, and you forget to mention, that this is one of 3 or 4, I believe. Well, anyway, convoys of aid that was sent over to these Palestinian folks. But, let's take a look at something. They emerged like ants, like roaches, and completely attacked the convoys that were full of aid to try to help these folks. You, along with a ton of these other people, when those of us, I know I was one of the people years ago now, that was calling for a 2-state solution, peace, and so forth. You were one of those people that were wanting to, as you mocked yesterday, Noah, when you mocked how she said dismantle, which goes to show the degree of asshole that you are. But that's fine. We all know that. Drunkards are assholes. Anyway, you mocked how she said dismantle. That's okay. But you are for dismantling or getting rid of Israel, even though you've been there more times than most American Jews. You've seen exactly how Israel works. You've seen exactly how Israelis and Arabs and Palestinians and Arabs work together. But now, because you were either jilted by an Israeli Jewish lover or Israeli Jewish business partner, whichever one of the two, made you disgruntled, so now you're wanting to jump on this very dangerous current bandwagon, which is ridiculous. But anyway, I digress. So there were those of us, as I said before, that were wanting peace, and you weren't. And you want to hide behind the whole facade of, I would never advocate for violence. Well, of course you advocate for violence, Matt, because there is no other way that we Jews would leave our ancestral homeland. Not only that, but every time violence happens, I believe on October 8th, you made a video in support of what happened. Of course you did. Anytime violence happens toward Jews or Israelis, you want to find an excuse when we, Jews, protect ourselves. When we Jews have to deter any further act of terrorism. you want to talk about those things and mock these things and make yourself look cool to your little fan base, which, by the way, you want to slow down on purchasing your followers over on TikTok, because it grows exponentially overnight, and you can tell that you're purchasing these followers. It's a little ridiculous. Anyway, you can't hide behind that facade anymore. It's a little too late for that. It was too late for that back then, before October 7th. But it's that ship has long since sailed now, especially after the comments that you made, after the videos that you've made, subsequent post October 7 videos, and especially after the anti-Semitic posts that you've put up, blatant anti-Semitic posts of Fagin and so forth. Wow. Yeah, this one here. Well, let me show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, this picture here, this lovely anti-Semitic picture that you, of the comment, rather, that you posted. And, well, obviously there's no hiding behind it has nothing to do with Jewish folks, and it has to do with Zionism, because behind every quote-unquote Free Palestine quote-unquote activist, behind every mind, behind every comment, is, of course, anti-Semitism. And here it is, right here, from your own anti-Semitic fingertips. Anyway, have a good day, you bastard.